Hello, brothers and sisters of the Briar. This is Professor Jeremiah here. This is maybe like take 11. Between barking dogs, passing motorboats and barges, and running out of tobacco in your pipe. Here we go again. But this is my King's Cross featherweight semi church warden. It's a great little pipe, and of all my church wardens, I had mentioned before that I had my second favorite, which I travel with, and this is the one that I travel with here. It's my second favorite. Smoking Frogmorton Cellar, another favorite among the community. Well, the purpose in this video today is to do a video response for Evening Pipe. He had asked for his 100 sub contest, what's our favorite book and or books? And so, of course, like many of you, I would say the Bible right off. This Bible is pretty special to me. The Bible itself is from the States, but the book cover came from Nigeria, or actually Niger, and I got it in the late 90s. You can see on the back here, this is a Tuareg cross, and the Tuaregs are a nomadic people which travel through most of Niger and Mali, and even up into some parts of Libya. And there's a few that are in the northern part of Nigeria. Now, Nigerians are scared to death of the Tuaregs. I used to have a Tuareg guard that I would go and eat, drink tea with, and eat biscuits with. And anyway, the old Tuareg guard, when people would pass by the compound, which he was the guard of, they would cross to the other side of the street because they were scared to death of him. And yet he was a peaceful man and very friendly, and was always giving me gifts when I was there in the late 90s. But of course, I guess I can't really include this in my favorite books, but this is my Kindle, and of course it has thousands of books on it, and it's just a great take anywhere I go, because depending on what mood I'm in, I can bounce around to whatever type of book that I would like to read. But of all the books which are my favorites, I would have to say it's really missionary biographies. I love a good missionary biography, and I have hundreds of them. In the early days of eBay, I would just scour eBay and buy any older missionary biography which I could find. But of all of those, this is my favorite here. This is the story of John G. Peyton. And John Peyton, he was a missionary in the South Seas and lived on a cannibal island and was constantly chased by the cannibals at times. And anyway, just a great adventurous story, but really inspiring too, just as far as a missionary life and the life that he led. Uh, Another one of my other favorite missionary biographies is King Among the Cannibals, and James Chalmers. Chalmers, he was also in the South Sea, and Chalmers was a pipe smoker, a very good friend, close friend of Robert Louis Stevenson. And Chalmers, in the end, he met his fate at the hands of cannibals. So if you've ever heard of, kind of like, oh, go off to Africa or go off to, the South Seas and, be eaten by cannibals. Chalmers was kind of the one that in that Victorian era that everybody sort of was talking about as far as him being the missionary that was eaten by cannibals. But anyway, he's a great missionary, and just some of the stories and adventures of his life are great. Now, this is a shorter book here. I have some more extensive Chalmers biographies, but this one was, I think, the first one that I ever read of Chalmers, and just a quick read. Not as a missionary, but as one of my more favorite adventure books is Trader Horn, and Aloysius Trader Horn. And Trader Horn, they actually made this into a couple of movies. One came out in the 30s. I don't remember the exact date, but it starred Harry Carey Sr. and Duncan Ronaldo, who later would play the Cisco Kid. But I'm sure you can find that first one, the first Trader Horn movie. I think that's on YouTube for free downloads. But anyway, a great book, really adventurous. He was just a trader throughout Africa, and here you can kind of see have a little map in the beginning that you can see the areas which he was in. And when the book came about, he was actually just working as an old man peddling goods, selling tinwares, buckets, and pots and pans. And he ended up at this house of a lady, and a white African, and she wanted to know, well, what's your story? You're an older man, and what are you doing? Selling, just peddling from door to door. And he started sharing his story with her, and so she told him that if he would come every day and share a little bit of his story, that she would give him some money for that. And the book came out of that, and then the movie followed, and I believe there's been 3 movies made to date called Trader Horn. But anyway, those are my main books. I have so many books, and then I have a house here in the U.S. full of books. I have 2 houses in Nigeria, one which is in the city, and the other in the village, and they're all full of books, and I'm constantly reading. But I will say that the Kindle's made a difference, because used to, whenever I would travel back and forth, I was carrying so many books, just the weight of them filling up my trunks. And so these days I'm getting used to the e-reader because of just the convenience for me. But anyway, I hope you find some more subscriptions, EveningPipe. I hope that if those of you watching this, if you're not subscribed to his channel, that you take the time to subscribe to his channel today. It's very interesting pipe smoker, and I just enjoyed watching his videos, and hope he keeps them coming. Anyway, thank you very much.